I'll tell you what happened, man. I was just responding to me some childish behavior. That's all that was. Out of nowhere, I mean, I think it's probably just like I was saying, just the history of me playing ball. I play hard. You know, I'm physically stronger than a lot of DBs out there, and so, a lot of things happen in between the whistle. With me at least.
Welcome to DMac SMaK, brought to you by our great friends at Journey Spice. We love you, Journey Spice. You're the absolute best. And whether you get knocked up or you just want to have a delicious meal, nobody is better than Journey Spice. Journey Spice for the win. We're going to get to all the ball knocking in a second. We'll also get to the Nuggets win. A nice moment from the Avalanche. Kevin Stefanski turns the page and the Rockies do something stupid. All brought to you again by Journey Spice. Journey Spice, we love you. It's Andon and Rosa. It's a local company. They're doing the best they can, and they're killing it. Whatever ingredients you have and whatever food you have for Thanksgiving, the organic seasoning of Journey Spice will do so well for you. Just use this QR code and get started. More on Journey Spice in a second, but we do love you, Journey Spice. You are the best. Okay. Last night, Monday Night Football action, 20-9, your final. The Niners over the Panthers. Brock Purdy threw 3 interceptions. Christian McCaffrey, no advice for him.
No, absolutely not. No, I mean, he's as poised as they, nobody needs to, he's a professional and a really good football player. Nobody needs to tell him anything. I think it's like, if I make a mistake, I know I make a mistake. Or if I have a drop, I know, somebody says catch the ball, it's like, it makes you want to knock them out. It's like, those aren't, there's not really nothing to say. You just keep on playing. It's a long game and anything can happen. So you don't say anything to them.
Well, Valor Christian's own Christian McCaffrey, class act. He wouldn't punch anybody in the balls, and we'll get to that here in a second. But Christian had a great game, and it's great to see Christian having great games as he carried the ball for 89 yards on 24 carries and caught for another 53. So way to go, Christian McCaffrey. Had a touchdown to boot, 20-9 your final. But after the game was over, Juwan Jennings was, the whole, huddling around and talking to people. And apparently him and Trayvon Moehrig had some words, and then came the punch that I think everybody could feel. That's I mean, can you feel that right there? Just oh, my Lord. And the question comes up, is it better to be punched in the jewels or spit in the face? But and it looks like Moehrig actually has his hand wrapped up. Maybe he's got some brass knuckles in there. Here is Kyle Shanahan on the shot.
The guy took a cheap shot and hit him in the balls, and I was real proud of Juwan for not losing his mind out there and getting him to the sideline.
There's just something about a coach explaining it like that.
The guy took a cheap shot and hit him in the balls, and I was real proud of Juwan for not losing his mind out there and getting him to the sideline.
Juwan again explained.
I'll tell you what happened, man. I was just responding to me some childish behavior. That's all that was. Out of nowhere, I mean, I think it's probably just like I was saying, just the history of me playing ball. I play hard. I'm physically stronger than a lot of DBs out there, and so, a lot of things happen in between the whistle. With me at least.
All right, so there you go. Another wrap on another week of football, and we get ready for next week where the Broncos will take on the Washington Commanders, who are sputtering and stuttering. Sean Payton to the Muggles, not me. It's not deemed worthy of asking a question yesterday, but here's your focus after the bye, y'all.
Put your focus over the course of a bye week, and what did you want the message to the guys to be, coming back in your current position?
Well, I think the easy illustration for us coming out off the bye, it's not like we're at the halfway point, but nonetheless, here we are in a position to compete for seeding, and there are two things that stand out. The penalties stand out. If you said what's the low-hanging fruit that you have to clean up to improve your chances of getting the best possible seed. And then secondly, is harping on the plus minus turnover, giveaway, takeaway. We ended up one last week, and it meant a lot. We were close to being up 2, but in important games, that one possession can be the difference. So that was the 2 of the main topics this morning.
Yeah, there's ways that the Broncos can get better. Cleaning up penalties, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully they can. What's remarkable is that the Broncos are on the minus side of giveaway, takeaway, and are 9-2. It's amazing. It's really amazing. It's amazing that they're 9-2 and they lead the league in penalties. That's amazing. They are so dominant at defense, the other blemishes can be put to bed. And a lot of these probably ride on the relationship between Sean Payton and Bo Nix. Now, it's not all just penalties. I mean, Riley Moss, my Lord, he just walks out of the house and he gets a yellow flag thrown at him on his way to breakfast. That being said, Sean and Bo needed a little bit of a break, I think. And hopefully this last 6-game stretch, we'll see them in fine fashion. It certainly sets up that way. The Commanders ain't nothing special. The Raiders are absolutely terrible. The Jags, we'll see, and the Packers, we'll see. I hate the game against the Chiefs on a short week on Christmas. Hate that game. And then the Chargers, well, they may need it. The Broncos may need it, and that game's at home. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great stretch, and we have incredible coverage for you right here on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5, on the digital, on the TV, on the radio. We're all part of one big happy family. Ain't no doubt about it. Talking about happy, how about the fact that Will Lutz gets a 3-year deal to be a kicker for the Denver Broncos? There's Big Nuts Lutz, happy, smiling, just like, I cannot believe it. This is what I do for a living, and I get paid millions of dollars for it. Are you kidding me? I'm a lucky son of a gun. And if you actually recognize Will Lutz as he walked down Park Meadows Mall, I'd be stunned. He is about the most average-looking dude of all the bros and all the dudes in the world. That's about as average as you get. So congratulations to Will Lutz. Sean Payton, who brought Will Lutz from New Orleans, talks about him.
Yeah, I think, first off, he's earned it. We spent time, George and I, before the break, and discussed a number of players that we were going to visit with. And, the key is not affecting the mojo or how your team's doing. And so I'm always sensitive to that, especially when you're playing well, because sometimes those can be difficult discussions. But no, we were able to get Will done. There's a few other players that we know we've reached out to, and I think the key is the communication aspect of it all. But he's played well. He's consistent, and I think he's got the respect of the locker room. I think, like all kickers, there's ups and downs, but he's been a great addition for us.
Congratulations to Will Lutz. He was certainly happy to get the contract.
Thank you, obviously. I think, the cool part of anyone who's been here the last few years is just kind of seeing, but also feeling the change that's kind of going through this building over the past couple of years. And I think, that started with new ownership. Mr. and Mrs. Penner have been great. That the word no really isn't in their vocabulary for their players. And I think you can tell by the vibes in the building. You look at that new building every day that you're out there at practice, and you feel the change that's happening, kind of getting back to the history of the Broncos and the winning ways that.
It's awesome, man. Congratulations to Will Lutz. I'm glad he's part of things. He is a clutch kicker, and he looks to be healthy, and he's here for the next 3 years and maybe rides out his career with the Denver Broncos. I don't know if you caught it, but Justin Tucker is still auditioning to be a kicker in the NFL. He's off of his suspension, and he's okay. We'll see. Maybe he gets on with the Saints. Maybe he doesn't. He probably is in good shape. He can probably still kick. He just seems to be a louse. Meanwhile, in terms of the injuries, there was a reason. Well, Singleton, we're just expecting to be back when he's ready to be back, but Adkins and Pat Surtain were not put on the injury IR because of this game coming up. They have missed 4 weeks, but they haven't missed 4 games because there's a bye in there. So it's a natural question to wonder if Surtain and Atkins are being back. But Sean Payton does not want to talk about injured players.
I'm ready. Go. Yeah, sorry. No, I was just waiting for the tip off. No, Sean, I was just curious if you'd be able to say if Pat and or Alex would practice this week.
Yeah, I would never get into that on a Monday. I appreciate the question, though.
Do you like their progress and their recovery?
Yeah, again, I wouldn't get into anything injury related, but I appreciate the question.
It's a weird hill for Sean to stand on. Adelman, Bednar. I mean, who knows with Warren Schaeffer? We'll get there in a second. But other coaches talk about injured players all the time. I don't know, man. Sean has just decided to not answer questions on a very common sort of topic for whatever reason. Don't know why. And it's not like a standard thing. You can tell us how they're progressing. You can tell us what's expected or not expected. It's not state secrets. It doesn't impact the way other teams game plan. Not really. Not really. It's weird, actually, to be quite honest with you. And that's just a weird Sean thing. I tell you what's not a weird thing, and that is Journey Spice. Oh my God. I just absolutely love it. Journey Spice.
There's a world of flavor out there, and to find it, you have to take the journey. Journey Spice Company handcrafts the most premium spice and seasoning blends that have no sugar, no salt, are certified USDA organic, non-GMO, vegan-friendly, and always planet-friendly. You are going to love serving amazingly delicious creations while knowing you helped reduce single-use plastics. Make sure to search for Journey Spice Company on Amazon today.
Use the code GETSPICY and save 10%. Thank you, Andon and Rosa. Some suggestions: KC barbecue on mac and cheese, Moroccan spice rub on carrots. How about this? How about sheet pan roasted veggies with Mediterranean herb blend and za'atar and Heartland rub in any side? Gravy, nice kick right there. The garlic herb, savory garlic herb on or in mashed potatoes. You gotta be kidding me how good this is. This is what the Pilgrims would want you to do. Go to Amazon.com. The Pilgrims loved Amazon.com. Moving on to the Nuggets last night. They got a nice win, 125-115 over the Memphis Grizzlies. No Ja Morant, and it was heave fest. The teams combined for 90 3-point attempts. The Nuggets converted 51%, the same as they converted in the fields. Jamal Murray had a big game. Nikola Jokic only took 9 shots. He didn't need to shoot. He had 16 assists and another triple-double. And Jamal Murray and Peyton Watson both put up 22 shots. How about Peyton Watson throwing the rock up? Actually, Jamal had 21. Peyton Watson had 22. 11-21 for Jamal for 29 points. 27 points for Peyton Watson. Only 17 points for the Joker, but efficient. 5 of 9 from the floor. 3 of 4 from 3, including a half-court heave. That was just a regular jump shot. A behind-the-back pass that was sublime. You probably should have won by more. They had an 18-point lead and gave a little bit away. Zach Edey went out, and they got contributions from Jock Landale. And that kept it relatively close. Landale with 26 points. So, I mean, okay. But this is what you should do to bad teams. And the Griz are a bad team. 6-12 for the season, 4-6 at home. So nice for the Nuggets to bounce back. And they get a couple of days off. They don't play until Friday night at home against San Antonio, and it matters more because it's a cup game. Here's our own Scott Hastings with Jamal Murray afterwards.
29 and 8. Hey, don't worry about it. Come on, man. 29 and 8 tonight. Fabulous game. But boy, you had it going in the fourth quarter. What triggered that? What was going on?
I don't know. Just kind of left open for a little bit, and I got a little rhythm. Yoke wanted me to shoot the ball, and I did that.
Don't you know when you're kind of rolling, when you and the guy that jumped at you are both laughing, coming back down and going, Landell, he said, oh, man, what can I do?
It's all fun and games, man. We're a brotherhood. We've been playing against each other for a long time, so it's cool to have those moments and stay competitive.
Now, you guys right here, a good win for you coming off that tough loss the other night. A little bit of a break. What the heck are you going to do with 2 or 3 days off?
As little as possible.
Sleep and rest a little bit. Hey, where's this team at right now?
We're really good. I think we're only getting better. As guys went down, more guys are stepping up and having confidence to play. So, you saw tonight, the second unit looks great, and we're moving the ball. The ball's hopping, the defense is together. So, as long as we keep that up, the sky's the limit.
I appreciate it. Good game tonight, man.
Well, right on, man. David Adelman afterwards.
Do you get people back?
Yes, it is. And I'm just trying to find guys that fit the game nightly. I am not somebody that likes to mess up rotations and all those things, but that's where we are right now. So keeping Tim and Bruce and JV coming off the bench, it allows us to have 3 veteran players, impactful players. And then nightly, it's going to be different people. It was Zeke tonight, 6 defensive rebounds, hit 2 threes. Was really good tonight, a block shot. So, yeah, he did exactly what I was hoping he would do. And, it's like I said, it's going to be somebody different. We had Hunter out there the other night. Depending on the game, it can be Jalen. We got the guys up from the gold here. All those guys could be impactful as well. So all hands on deck. This is what the NBA is, next man up. And that's what we're doing right now.
I'm not saying that you still.
No CB, no AG for at least a month. And, yeah, okay. And so, yeah, they did bring a bunch of guys up from the gold. And the Moorhead Loggers are probably going to kill the gold. But that's the sacrifices you make. Nice win by the Nuggets, and something organically is happening. Now, it began in hockey and has spread to basketball. Just for some reference, Mark Mosier is our beloved hockey announcer.
Glass like we've seen in Nashville. Goofy back. Turnover, Nielsen holds and looks and shoots. Saved by Knight. Shot by McCarr. He scores! Cale McCarr! What an incredible shot! Off the post and in! Well, paint my reindeer and call me a goblin.
Paint my reindeer and call me a goblin. Now, Mike Mosier is an assistant coach on the Nuggets.
I hip on who Mark Mosier is, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Play-by-play guy.
Avalanche.
He started something on a game the other night. There's a whole bit they did, and then some guy, Kyle Keefe, asked Santa if he would say something if they scored. And so this is what he said. So I'm asking if this is a Mosier thing. He said, paint my reindeer and call me a goblin. Do you have any idea, being a Mosier yourself, what paint my reindeer and make me a goblin is?
I have no idea what that means at all.
Which doesn't make it better almost.
Zero. But that might be a Moser thing. A lot of the grandparents and the uncles from the South right down here in Memphis, they got a lot of sayings like that. I don't know what they're talking about.
They do have some funny. I went to Arkansas, so I know all about that. Well, I was thinking about trying to slip that in tonight because we are in Memphis, and it almost feels like it's a Southern saying.
Yeah, it feels right. Yeah.
All right. Would Scott be able to accomplish that task?
He's jumping into him a little bit.
I don't think that's a foul. But Murray's going to get 2 free throws.
Yeah, you're right, though. Every time when it happens to you,
you'd be going nutty.
I'd be going, paint my reindeer and call me a goblin. Good luck tonight, and don't forget, maybe in the huddle, if something's going a little awry, just say, paint my reindeer and call me a goblin.
I got you.
Okay, thanks, Mike.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, there's only one Mark Mosier.
We'll see where this all goes. Paint my reindeer and call me a goblin. Meanwhile, there was some movement, some weird movement with the Browns and Shedeur Sanders. We'll get to that in a second, but I just want to recognize one of the more ridiculous things of all time, and that is Warren Schaeffer being named as the manager of the Rockies. Paul DePodesta failed in his first major task as the president. First of all, he didn't hire a GM. I don't know what they're waiting for. And this hire just reeks of the Monforts doing Monfort sort of things. This is terrible. And there is, it's like a cult. There's two things going on. Was Warren Schaeffer better than Bud Black? Yeah, he was. Winning percentage wise, he was like 27% and Bud was like 17%. It was something along those terrible lines. But is he the answer long term? He definitely isn't. And this is coming from a guy who watched every single Rockies game. And I still to this day cannot believe I watched every single Rockies game. And I was hoping for the best from Warren Schaeffer, but he didn't deliver. Not really. And what the problem is they're way too comfortable in the Rockies clubhouse. Way too comfortable. And his relationship with the players, not great. I mean, comfortable. They all like him. Everybody likes him. And that's part of the problem. He's going to be taken advantage of, and he's not going to get the best out of his players. He'll try the, I'm a hard-ass guy with the media, but the truth is he's a softie with the players. And the result, another 100-loss season, certainly coming down the pipe. Now, there's a loser's mentality out there that says, well, they're going to lose anyway, so what does it matter? He's a nice guy. He can have the job. You want to talk about losers' mentality. That's it right there. It's the same mentality that said, well, there's nothing Bud Black could do. No, actually there was. You fired him and the next guy was better. But that doesn't mean it's the best it could possibly be. And the process was ridiculous. This is it. DePodesta, you get the job, and then you just go with what was happening last year. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. And it just goes to show me, at least, because I'm an independent free thinker on this, and I follow the Rockies very closely, but I'm not in there every day, which is a good thing. People that are around the club and in the clubhouse and just they have this bunker mentality. I compared it to Jack on the door. Jack was a schmuck in Titanic. He let the rich girl get naked. They had a little boom boom. And then she just dropped him off the door. There was room on the door, but you're so clouded in your judgment. You just think, well, I can't get up there. Rose says so. Well, you're going to drown anyway. Well, try not to drown. Get on the door. There's room. But that's what it's like being a Rockies fan. You're Jack from Titanic. You have good intentions. You're good looking. You're somewhat charming. We want the best for you. But you're an idiot. You won passage in a card game, and you fell for the first girl who took her clothes off. I don't know how far this analogy is going in terms of making sense, but this is a bad hire because the process is bad. And when you make a bad process hire like this, what other things can we expect to be good? And again, nothing personal against Warren Schaeffer. Not really, but he ain't the answer. And the process is still flawed. And that's what's disappointing. Go Dodgers, as far as I could tell. Or Red Sox or whatever. I just feel let down as a Rockies fan. Or perhaps I should say as an ex-Rockies fan. I've had it. I have had it. You lost me, Rockies. You lost me. Meanwhile, Shedeur Sanders. Now, listen, if you want evidence as to why Shedeur is annoying, okay, it's all a big eye roll. And that's sort of, the haters are going to hate me and I'm this and I'm that and ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da. Okay. And perhaps that doesn't go great with Stefanski as evidenced by the locker room celebration.
How about Corey? Every single time you're out there pinning those guys doing your job. Great call. Offense wasn't perfect. How about that big play by Sam at the end? IB, huge play. Q, huge play. Harold making a big play. And then another rookie making his first start. Nice job, Shedeur. Well done.
It's comical, you haven't had a rookie quarterback win his first start since Eric Zaire or Zaire, I don't know what his name was. 1995, it's been 30 years. You've had 17 rookie quarterbacks start and not win their first game. In that time period, you've had 42 starting quarterbacks. I don't care what the numbers are. He was your starter. You won the game. It was his first start. How in the world he wasn't brought up, given the game ball? And I get it. Myles Garrett is awesome. He's got 18 sacks in the season, 3 in that game. The defense had 10. I get it. I truly get it. But something happened for the first time in your organization in 30 years, and it's an aside. The heat that Stefanski got was immense. So to nobody's surprise, and I'm going to guess the popular opinion had some sort of sway, this announcement was made.
Shedeur will start this week. Obviously, number one job of quarterback is to win. So excited to get that first win under his belt. And then next thing is improvement. And that's what young players do. Certainly young quarterbacks do. You get one game better, and that's just from working at it. So that'll be our focus.
Does it help Shedeur's like, hey, man, look at all this in just 1 week of prep? Imagine if I had the whole summer. No, that doesn't help your case. But whatever. The whole thing was ridiculous. Being drafted in the 5th round was ridiculous. The way he's been treated has been ridiculous. I don't know how he's going to do against San Francisco. San Francisco did all right last night against Carolina, who's been kind of hot. But the game is in Cleveland, and the fans will want Shedeur to be successful. Stefanski, I'm not sure.
Obviously, first start for any young quarterback, you're always going to make sure that the operation is how you want it. And I thought by and large was good. There's things that we can clean up. And obviously that goes on all of us. That's coaches, that's the players, the quarterback, where we can clean up some of our operation. But I thought communication was really good throughout the day with him. And then, like you mentioned, the big plays down the field. Obviously that first one to IB was very, very high degree of difficulty with that play. Are there things that he can do better? Absolutely. We've already talked about that with him. He has the mentality that he will, make the adjustments to the speed of the game, make the adjustments to what people are giving us to make those improvements.
Okay, whatever. Just a ridiculous organization that has some good players, and I wish the best for Shedeur. And I love Christian McCaffrey too. So again, we'll watch. We'll watch during the day because the Broncos play the Commanders at night, and we'll go over all of it this week on PhD. So make sure you're listening from noon to 3. Then after the game is over, we're on Altitude TV. Myself, Vic Lombardi, Rachel Behill, Andy Lindahl, a cast of thousands. And then Mike Sanford and I, Altitude After Dark, Sunday after. So late into the night, and we'll break it all down with the Commanders and the Broncos. Look forward to that. And whatever you do this Thanksgiving, make sure you avoid this moment right there. Yeesh. That looks like it hurts a lot.
Is that crystal clear?
Yep. My name's Luca.
Okay, perfect. Perfect.